Good afternoon again. I said my name still remain Bamishepi Samson. So I'm the E tutor taking this CSC 102. Like in our previous class whereby we talked about different uh, computer components. Talk about hard drive, talk about system units, we talk about processor, we talk about floppy disk, we talk about CD-ROM, we talk about flash drive, we talk about RAM, we talk about ROM, we talk about our BIOS, we talk about CMOS, we talk about everything that we need to talk about. But in this particular episode, it's CS 102 Introduction to Computing. Then the section we have is course unit 2. Then the course objectives still remain the same. Then it is expected that you should be able to, at the end of this thing, you should be able to identify all the computer peripheral software is what power the computer, then blah blah blah. Then at the end of the lecture, what is expected from the student to learn is, then let's go to the business of the day. Where we are talking about hardware peripheral, whereby it has to do with input devices. Which one of them is keyboard? And we all know what keyboard means. We have it on our phone, but mostly on our phone, most of them are what? They are screen constructed. So we wouldn't know, like see when you put on your iPhone like that, you can see it will bring you key 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whereby even alphabet is also attached under it, whereby you can, if you want to switch to alphabet, the key is alphanumeric, so you can change to figure, then you can do it. You can you can make use of number, then you can make use of numerical the alphabet of the keys. So they said the typical keyboard, listen up carefully, and a computer keyboard are exact replica of each other. However, compared to a typewriter keyboard, it has more keys, and electronic keyboard can be either intelligent or dummy type. When a computer keyboard can start a series of activities for a computer to carry out just by hitting a key or combination of keys, it is said to be what? Intelligent in addition to doing mundane tasks that are typical of a typewriter keyboard. As a result, an intelligent keyboard has a set of keys that may be used to instruct the computer to perform a particular task when one of them is pressed. For instance, when a key is pressed, a menu list may appear on the computer. What they are trying to tell us that a normal typewriter keyboard carry out dummy task. Dummy task means that I need A, I press A, it gives me A. I need 1, I press 1, it gives me 1. All the keys are there. And if I now need lower casing, so I need to combine keys to get a lower casing, even in a shorthand list. But in traditional keyboard, that is what is obtainable. An intelligent keyboard, like computer keyboard, your phone, or the one on the laptop, the one on the desktop, the one on your workstations, some of them are electronically or intelligently configured, designed, you understand, computed or programmed to perform several other tasks that just one key can eventually roll out functions. One key can you can press one key or combination of key to shut down your system or to start your system without even using your own button. And there are several other operations that you can carry out, all those function key, F1, F2, F3, F, they are function key that you can carry out different functions and to give you the result that you want. And the same thing happens when you combine key, maybe shift, maybe control shift delete. It gives you a result, a window key, all these functions. That is why the question that is being asked, that what are the main categories of intelligent computer keyboard? So now we have 4 main categories. Are you with me? For what? 4 main categories of intelligent keyboard are the function keys, alphanumeric keys, then numeric keys and control keys. And some of them are listed here. If you look at the slide on your screen, whereby there are various special and significant keys. In addition to the 4 different types of board which we have mentioned, we have said we have function key, which is your F key, F1, F2, F3. Then we have your alphanumeric combination of alphabet, and then we have simply for numeric, and we have the control key. Do you understand? So whereby we have different control keys. You can see I said Control C, Control D, Control F, Control G, Control R, Control R, Control P, Control L, Control DAS, Control D. So they are all your control keys. So now we also have some special keys whereby it is stated here: A, enter or return key. We have escape, stand for what? Escape. We have CRT, stand for control key. We have alternative key. We have delete. We have insert. Are you with me? We have delete key. We have shift key. So, operation keys, these are function keys that are listed here, F1, F2, F3, this is, they are all what? They are all function keys. Do you get it? The function keys are frequently set up in 2 columns to the left of the main keyboard or in a row above the main keyboard. The F application is what? Launched by pressing the function key F1 in the majority of software products. For instance, Word Perfect use F3 to do what? To launch help software. And F1 is to do what? To undo most recent command type into the control computer. To block, test, and preserve a test, use the function key F what? F7 and F12. So these are various forms of what those function key can actually do. So now they have a key in alphanumeric. A traditional typewriter key can be compared to alphanumeric keys. They include letter, number, and special characters. Here we say special character, comma, front slash, back slash, question mark, double colon, semicolon, bracket, open bracket. These are what? Asterisk, these are everything that is stated here. Typically, each key has 2 characters. The one on the lower part and the other one is in the upper part, lower and upper cases. Whereby you have to now press shift to get the other function of that same key. If you want to get the lower casing of F or the upper casing of F, you have to now press shift. If you are not using cap lock. If you cap lock, that means you are all the keys that you'll be pressing will have to come out in upper casing. So then you can see we also have the what we call key for console control. Are you with me? So key for console control key. Look at how arrow, then we have the function key. The upper arrow is to move the console up, line up, down is move it down, side move it left and right, home. Take it, you will move the console to the beginning, then end, move it to the last. Then you have the PGDN, move the console to the top of the next page, then up, then move the console to the top of previous page. These are very, very important for you to know how those keys work. Because if you don't know how those keys work, you might eventually, then we have numerical key. Under numerical key, you can see you have your binary whereby from there's from zero, no, you have your decimal, sorry, number from 0 to what? To 9. Do you get me? So into the computer shop are located on the numerical key. The knock lock key is frequently used to engage a numeric key. Extended character can also be what? Created using numeric word. And the alternative alt key, extended character, are those that are uncommon on the majority of the key. For instance, holding down the alt key while pressing 224 will produce the character alpha, whereas holding it down while pressing 255 will produce the character beta, and holding it down while pressing 156 will produce the pound sterling symbol. So you can see most of these things are intelligent key that can give you different output based on combined or single press of those keys. There are keys that when you long press, it gives you certain results. When you short press, you know. So those are the things that they were trying to tell us. They now said keyboard shift. They talk about keyboard shift. You understand what I'm saying? Which the capital left on the alphanumeric key are ended when the shift key is pushed. Additionally, it activates the character that are what? That are located at the top of each alphanumeric key. The effect of this shift key are only felt when certain other keys are pushed. It has no effect on itself, and as a result, pressing the shift key followed by equal sign, you understand, key, activates the plus symbol which is located above the equal sign, causing it to do what? To display on the screen. So you can see what we are talking about here. Then we have the key for cap lock. All alphabetical characters are changed to upper casing when used. So then we have the secondary key. Then we have numerical. So all these things are well as when you are dealing with all these keys. So we also have there are some that are not being explained here. We also have return key. You understand? Apart from return key, we have insert key, in key. The return key, one of the most crucial key on the majority of the key. You understand what I'm saying? That's very, very important that many of us might not know. You know, it is very, very important. So, in reality, it serves to signal the computer the completion of an input or command depending on the program it is used with. You have it on your phone. You understand? When you are returning, you understand? It serves one or two purposes. The operating system will wait until the return key is pressed before proceeding. For instance, if you are requesting for an answer and a command from the operating system at the prompt or through other entries in a test mode, pressing the return key will do what? We also move the cursor to the start of the following line, which is similar to pressing the carriage returning on a typewriter. If you have used typewriter before, you have been present with somebody use typewriting machine, you will be able to understand what I have just explained. Then we have alternative key, which is your int key. When insert keys in pressing the keyboard enter the insert mode. When pressing again, the overstrike type over mode is activated. When typing in the insert mode, the character at the console location and all characters to the right shift to create place for the new character, which are then inserted at the console position in overstrike or type over mode. The characteristics that are now under the console are placed by the freshie type 1. The insert mode is what is typically denoted by a symbol in the status line of app. So these are things that some of us need to know. Then we have the key to print screen, whereby you can use your control and print screen. You can, wherever on the, whatever appear on the screen will be printed on the printer when the shift key is pushed along with the print screen, or some of the key push the key by itself produce the same result. On my own laptop, if I want to print screen, I cannot use shift. I will only use control and print screen. Do you get what I'm saying? On other people's laptop, it is function. On other people's laptop, it is shift, depending on how that laptop is what is constructed or programmed. So how can you keep your key functioning and clean? So look at what they are saying here. Now how can you do that? So never let anything spill over a keyboard. Some of you that drink tea, that drink water, that do all those things must not, if it spills on your keyboard is what? Is gone. So don't spill anything. Anything liquid must not spill on your, that's why they mention drink coffee near a computer. It's very dangerous. You understand? It will destroy the keys. So when delete text key, when delete key is hit, the character under the console is removed and remaining text travel to the left while the console stay in place. So these are things that you need to go and try out. Space bar. How do you use space bar when you are typing? You understand? When you press space bar, what does it give you? So all these things are available. So the tab key, the joystick and mouse, how do you use those two things? Some of you that are playing game, you know how joystick is used. The mouse, we now have touch pad mouse. Even on the screen of your phone, as you move your hand around on your screen to carry out different things, that's your mouse. The mouse is configured on the screen. That's why you are able to move different things using just a tip of your palm to do all those things. When you are moving left, this is the work that external mouse will have to do. It has to carry those consoles to different locations on your screen. The same thing goes with joystick. That's why you will see the explanation how joystick. This is not supposed to be here. Please ignore this slide. So I've talked about insert key, I've talked about key, I've talked about space tab key, and I've talked about joystick, whereby I said that electronic clipper in a barber shop resembles what? A mouse. It comprises of a pointing device that is extremely responsive to motion. In addition to having a robot, it also contains 2 or more selectable buttons, which is right and left click. You understand what I'm saying? So drawing diagram on a computer screen is easier and more successful using a mouse than with a keyboard. The keyboard and mouse do in general work best together. The mouse, for instance, might be utilized to do what? To highlight an item in the menu list, whereas the keyboard, the enter key on the keyboard can be used to do invoke or activate the command link to the highlighted items. Then we have the printer. When we are talking about Apple device, the part of computer that allow you to make copies of data you have saved, there is a printer to distinguish it from data saved, the memory of the computer or stored on a disk. Printer material is what's frequently referred to as what? Hard copy. So one of the outputs, we have output device. One of it is printer, which allows us to print whatever thing we have done on the system, the soft copy of what we have done on the system, to put it in hard copy. You need a printer to do that. Another output device is what? Okay, this leads us to this question. what are the printer type of printer available for usage in the PC? If you are asked this question, what are the printer types? We have the inkjet printer, we have the laser printer. What other type that we have again? So those are the type of printer that we have. The laser printer is this printer print high quality text or image on a page using what? A magnetic ruler and powder ink, substance called toner. Then we have ink printers, small nodules of, so characters. So these are type of printer that we have. Then we also have monitor as one of the output device. Monitor itself doesn't carry out any processing. It simply shows the data that the video card instructed it to do what? To display. For us to see what is being processed in the system, we need a display device. And one of the display devices is our monitor. Though we have different names at different, depending on the device that you have. If you are using phone, you'll be saying screen, computer screen. If you are using laptop, you'll be saying the LCD or TFT. But if you are using a desktop that is cattle rate, you understand what I'm saying? So you'll be calling it monitor. So that's just it. That's that. So how are the size of a computer monitor different from one another? We have 15 inches, 17 inches, 14 inches, 13 inches, 8 inches, 9 inches. The phone that I'm using, I don't think is about 8 inches. No, it's not up to 8 inches. My own is about 6 inches. We have some people who are using 8, 9 inches, depending on how they can carry their, how it can contain their pocket. So, and you have the VGA ranging from different words. So we have the scanner. Are you with me? We discussed, you can see the different sides of, then we have the scanner. Are auxiliary tool used to digitize or transform from a physical copy into an electronic version, artwork, photo, text, and other material. And a scanner function as what? As your computer eye in a way. Your eye perceives an image which is then converted into an electronic box. A scanner can be referred to as an input device, because when you scan, you are converting you are converting an hard copy to what? To an electronic version. We have flatbed scanner, you understand what I'm saying? Which resemble a. Then we have scanner for sheets, we have mobile. If you look at the summary of this course, the summary is saying that auxiliary device, which is your peripheral, generate a supportive and favorable atmosphere that allow computer and the user to function properly. Voltage stabilizer and aid in preventing damage to your computing equipment for power surge. So that in case of thunder or any other thing, or heartbreak or bad supply of electricity, this particular device will do what? This voltage stabilizer will help you and prevent your system, like UPS too, will safeguard your software and hardware use for computing. The UPS uses an internal battery to store electricity energy when there is a power and release the energy to the computer when there is no what? Electricity. This enables the user to end the current working section and perform a regular shutdown. A voltage transformer is a tool used to either step up or step down a voltage, depending on the situation. The system unit internal and external components, and as well as those in the front and the back. The following tasks are what have been addressed in this unit. An input device that consists of the keyboard is different category of keys on the keyboard and their function. Scanner comes in a varieties of what? Form. Then the output component, which consists of monitor, speaker, and thirdly the printer, is also properly discussed in this unit. Then look at the grocery, meaning the terms that we use in this section: personal computer, central processing unit, system unit, hardware, peripheral device. So all these things, you are supposed to now know the difference between all these, to the point that you will not be able to mix them up. When they say personal computer, you understand what it means. When they say central CPU, you know what it means. When they say system unit, you know what it means. And hardware. So the same thing is what we have. And then this comes with its own self-assessment section, whereby all these self-assessment questions will be properly addressed in your elements, so that you'll be able to take care of it as we have said. So thanks. With this, we have come to the end of this class, and I wish you best of luck. We meet in the next class. Thanks for listening.